Hi everybody! So I'm really excited about this craft because this is actually one that we used in another science experiment I did, and I wanted to teach you how to make it because it was really fun to practice in the float versus sink experiment, and I thought, why not teach you how to make your own little boat? So let's make a boat. First off, let's spell boat, I'll put my marker. All right, boat is a 4-letter word. What's the first sound you hear when you're trying to spell boat? B. Awesome. B. Next one. And now it sounds kind of interesting, right? Oat. So let's break it down letter by letter. O. Awesome. O. And then there's a little tricky one comes in, and it's a A. Because it's funny, it's not like a boat, right? But English language, Boat. Yeah, you got that one. T. Boat. B-O-A-T. Now, boats come in all different shapes and sizes, right? Well, we're going to use our boat. When you think of like a sailboat, right? We use pretty simple shapes, right? So if I was going to make my sailboat, which I will do right now for you, I'm going to use a semicircle to make the base of the boat. So to make a semicircle, I'm going to make it horizontal here and go down and up. There's my semicircle, right? I love using all different shapes to make anything, right? It's pretty cool to see all the different pictures and drawings you can create just by using your shapes. Then I'm going to use a vertical line to go down, up. And then do you know what goes on that? That's right, the sail. And I'm going to make my sail a triangle. Let's see it. Let's make it a right triangle, like so. There's my boat. Now for this craft, I'm using a lot of things that I'm reusing them, right? So I'm repurposing them. I'm giving them another, because I didn't want to just waste them. So I wanted to try to recycle because, you know, we've spoken about plants before and how we want to take care of our planet. I thought, why not use something that we can recycle and give it another chance, right? So for this craft, I'm using a plastic straw. Now this isn't your ordinary plastic straw. It's actually a pretty large plastic straw, probably for like boba or something fun, right? So I'm using a large plastic straw. I am using this fun pattern paper, and what I did was I drew a triangle on the back, and I'm going to cut that out for my sail. And then for the base of the boat, I'm going to use an egg carton. Now, you might need your guardian's help with this because I didn't use the whole egg carton, right? I only took a little corner of it. But I wanted to give it enough so that it would be able to float. And you can, there's other objects you can use. Paper plate or something, paper bowl, or other objects, you can give it a try. If you want to float it on water, I would recommend using something like this, but if you want to just make this just for something fun to play with during your free play, then you can kind of have fun with it and try different things. So I'm going to use the egg carton. If you want to paint it, you can. I'm leaving mine blank just because, I thought it'd be kind of easier to show you guys in case you don't have paint at home. Something I'm going to use for this that you're definitely going to need your guardian's help with is I'm going to use hot glue. And remember, we don't touch hot glue because this stuff is hot. It's in the name, right? So you might need your parents' help, mom and dad, or aunt, uncle, family member, guardian, whoever you're with, right? Just ask if they have anything similar to this. If you don't, you can use liquid glue. It just might take a little bit longer, or maybe even some tape or something else to kind of help hold it. And if you don't, what I would recommend is you can cut the bottom of your straw, right? And you can take your scissors and be safe and cut in 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what it's going to do is at the bottom of your straw, it'll kind of make it go a little like flat like this, right? And then these pieces will be a little bit easier to glue with like liquid glue or something versus using the hot glue. All right? So what's the first thing we always do? Write your name. I'm going to write my name on here, and I'm going to put it on the bottom, and it's going to say A-L-L-I-E. And you put your name. And then pause the video if you need to or anything. And you know, some people, when they get boats, they name them. So maybe you can come up with a cool name to name your boat. I'll think about it while I'm doing this too. Next up, we're going to take, oh yeah, and if you want to paint your crate, now's the time too, but feel free to pause this and come back to it when you're done. Next up, we're going to take our triangle. It's a right triangle. I'm going to use my scissors. Remember, be safe with your scissors. Do we cut our hair? No. Do we cut our clothes? No. Do we put scissors in our face? Right, we want to make sure we're safe with them. Thumb, small holes, finger for the large, wrist to the sky, and I'm going to follow my lines. And remember, no rush, no worries, just to take your time. And I'm going to follow. Now, because there are sharp edges, right, sharp corners here, I'm going to stop all the way, and then I'm going to rotate, right? I don't want to just keep curving it, because sometimes if you curve it, it's not going to look like a sharp corner, it's going to look curved. So then I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to open shut. And then rotate. And there we go. My right triangle. So I'm going to use my glue, and I'm going to glue this right triangle on the top of my straw. So I'm just going to go along the long side. See, this part is longer than this side. So I'm going to go ahead and put my glue on the edge. And then, right, see how it's along the side? I'm going to take my straw, and I'm going to press it on like so. And then we can hold it, maybe we can count to 10 together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And then voila. Awesome. Now, we've got our boat. Oh, I just came up with a fun idea too to put in your boat. But I'll get to that in a minute. Now, I'm going to take my boat, my sail, and I'm going to glue it onto, excuse me. Excuse me. I'm going to glue it onto, see how I use my germ mask? Germ masks are important right now. I'm going to glue it onto the middle, towards the middle of my boat. All right, now remember what I said. Hot glue is what I'm going to use. Don't use it yourself, please. Ask mom and dad or, you know, your guardian for help. You can also use liquid glue. You can see if that'll work. Or maybe even, you know, glue stick, right? Maybe that would work. This is a pretty strong glue stick, actually. So I'm going to put a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my glue, hot glue, all right? And remember what I said. Make sure you have your parents there or your guardian to help you, because I don't want you to get hurt. And this part is not easy to do on your own. Even as an adult for myself, I sometimes get burned by this stuff, so we gotta be careful, right? So I'm gonna glue this edges, right? A little bit here, a little bit here, a little here and here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna press it down onto my boat. Now I'm gonna wait a minute. And I'm not touching it. See how I'm not even touching the part that has glue on it? Because I don't want to get hurt myself either, right? But I'm going to hold it, and I want to make sure it stays on its own. And if it doesn't stay on its own, you can always add more glue. So I'm going to press. Good. And hopefully this will work. But the other fun idea I was thinking about, it would be really cool if you have a little picture of yourself, right? Not too big, not too small, but just right where you can glue it onto your boat. And then it would look like you're floating on your boat. That would be so fun. I think we're going to have to do that, huh? That would be great. But yeah, if you can put that, or you can even draw a picture of yourself, right? Even draw or yourself or whoever else you want to be on your boat, right? If you want a few people on your boat, or if you want just yourself, or maybe you want somebody else on your boat, it's a great idea. And here we are, our boat. And it actually floats quite well in the water for a little bit. Can't wait to see how yours turn out. And if you don't have this large straw, that's fine too. You can use a regular straw, you know, like the typical size straw. I just happen to have this one at home, and it's pretty stable. So enjoy your boat. Can't wait to see it, and I will see you next time. Bye.